In terms of actually developing the liquid and working in the lab, it's very much actually like being in a chef's kitchen, where you're literally working with the product, working with the ingredients, layering the ingredients to try and get a really good balanced product. And what you're doing is you're adding all these ingredients to just basically build what your recipe will end up being. Examples of flavours that are fashionable at the moment, it's quite difficult because obviously different regions will have different preferences. However, if you're looking at mass appeal, we tend to look at the big five, which would be lemon or lime, orange, berry, cola or tropical. And usually by selecting that as a flavour, you're going to appeal to a much broader group of people. But when we look at more regions, for instance, in Europe at the moment, more sophisticated type flavours like pomegranate and cranberry are really taking off. And then when you look at what's happening in other categories in foods, crisps for example, there's a huge explosion of different flavours that are going on in crisps, ethnic foods. So for instance, how do we bring in some of the spices into our drinks that you so commonly see now in ethnic foods, which once upon a time were sort of hardly heard of. For instance, lemongrass. Smirnoff Mule, I think, is a great example of a product that I personally believe is very good, and it was launched many years ago, and in fact all the learnings, even though it wasn't the success I'd anticipated it would be, all the learnings from that went into Smirnoff Ice. So the public will expect to see in the next few months products like Premix, which is basically our brands mixed with favourite mixes. So you're in a very convenient can format. You'll have Gordon's and Schweppes tonic. We'll have Smirnoff and cranberry juice, and we'll do many more of those so that in an easy and accessible format people can have their favourite brand and their favourite mixer. Another area we're looking at is cocktails. Cocktails are quite complicated actually for the drinking at home because you have to have so many spirits, so many ingredients. So how do we make that easy for you? So we'll actually have Smirnoff ready-made cocktails that you can serve at home with your friends to really sort of get something different and elevate the evening.